Hi, my name is Ainur. In this video, I will be exploring the visual impact of black paper. I will make flowers and birds in black to see how to use the black paper in the most effective way. Let's unpack this creative story. For all the paperworks in this video, I use 120 gram paper from Belgian brand Aurora. My local art supply store didn't have a variety of dark blackish shades to combine with black color, but with the play of light and 3D forms, I got nice results with one type of paper only. The fern designs look nice when cut in green color too. Cutting the fern leaves in black only gave a stylistic twist. However, in combination with black delicate bluebells, it looked complete and visually appealing. My fern leaf designs have three different parts: a detailed leaf for a more naturalistic look, a more geometric simpler leaf, and a part to make a spiral fiddlehead. Here are the cut parts for making bluebells. All of them are to be glued into conical shapes. I did pre-shape the flower heads while the templates were flat by curling the edges. I used paper-wrapped wire for the stems of bluebells. The medium-sized cone is what is green in the actual bluebell. It is glued onto the pointy head of the flower. Now the smallest cone, the core of the flower, is attached to the inside of the flower head with a little bit of glue. After all the flowers are assembled, all of the wire stems are bent into arches and bound together into one arrangement by twisting the wires together. All the parts of our woodland flower bouquet are ready to put together. I'm using a rectangular picture frame with a tall border from IKEA, which is perfect for framing paper bouquets. I also found this frame was ideal for paper crafting in black because the tall frame partially shields the composition from exposure to excessive light to keep black dark and rich. This was my first houseplant in paper. It's called elephant ears, and the plant is actually black in real life. The same templates can be used to make the more traditional green plants or speckled colorful variations. When cutting paper on Cricut, I try to optimize the use of paper with the most compact placement of shapes on mats. So here I'm cutting not only the veins of the leaf in gray, but also the outline of the leaf to use this negative leftover shape to make another leaf by gluing it onto another color. My discoveries with this plant were more about my gluing techniques when working with larger shapes. The glue stick was drying way too quickly while I was still applying it to the other parts of the same shape, so I had to reglue certain areas. And the liquid stationery glue doesn't work so well for large areas of paper. My thin 120 gram paper soaked up in glue and became longer. Yes, paper stretches when it gets wet. And the second version of the leaf made from the leftover shape simply looked like a work of a kindergartner. Next time I will try a spray adhesive or thicker paper. What a gracious bird a swan is, but when it's in black, that's an extra visual appeal. I was planning to cut swans in white paper only for my other video, but it was a nice idea to try it out in black too. I had several designs which I first drew on paper and then traced on iPad in Adobe Illustrator. I'm using black for my background, so I need to give some 3D depth, which was done by layering the paper and adding some extra details to the flat shapes. I glued the strips of 5 mm thick foam to the back of the swans. I will try out hand-painted backgrounds for black swans. Subscribe if you want to see those creative pursuits. I've made roses using my digital templates in different colors before, including in gold. You can watch my other video how to papercraft gold paper. Making the rose in black was the next color to explore. For making the rose, use thin 90-150 gram paper. The first step is to curl and shape the petals using a round pencil or a tool. Then the bottom 3 layers are assembled by gluing in the middle. And the spiral shape is rolled into the center of the flower and glued onto the bottom petals of the rose. The final result was less impressive than in color. The color of the rose is one of its drawing attention features, along with aroma, of course. There's definitely an artistic decorative use for the black rose. And our final exploration is a black dandelion. Who thought those prominently yellow and white flowers could be in black? And what is the purpose of it? Perhaps it can be replicated in metal. And that is the feeling I have when using black paper for paper crafting, because it looks sturdy. Maybe black dandelions could be scaled up for an art installation and made out of paper to substitute the use of metal. I've designed this multi-petal flower to be rolled out of a spiral shape. We start rolling from the center of the spiral and apply a little glue as we go along. To make the sepal, which is the green part of the flower head, I glue 2 sides of the sepal together to make a ring. Then apply glue to the bottom flaps to attach the part to the bottom shape of the sepal. The metal wire is put through the hole in the bottom of the sepal, and the end of it is bent and attached to the inside of the sepal. Now it's time to glue the rolled flower head into the sepal. I can see a use of black dandelions as a decorative element in the modern floral arrangements and for other creative works. Now let's put the colored dandelions next to the black one. My personal preference is the colored dandelion. It wins with its cheerfulness and liveliness. Here is a way to arrange both in a more creative way. An interesting concept of brightness and shadow, a pop of bright color and sleekness of black. And here is the same black flower, but against a bright background. My overall experience of working with black paper for paper botanics was positive. The final results looked finished and striking. Simply working with such dense color allows for cramped, busy, detailed bouquets to look neat, modern and designery. And minimalist compositions look neat and not empty because of the solid color block. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. If you are interested in using my digital templates, you can find the link to my Etsy store in the video description. Until next time, stay creative!